Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about 5 weapons that I'd like to see added in GTA Online. As you guys know, we have a brand new summer update releasing sometime within the next few weeks, and the last few updates to GTA Online have been rather weak in the weapons department. Casino Heist, we got 2 handguns, which for the most part are useless, with the Navy Revolver being a little less useless. And the original Casino update, we didn't get any weapons to play around with at all. I would say the last time we got a weapon that was useful and unique at the same time was the Up and Atomizer back in Arena War. That was 2 years ago. We're definitely due for some fun new weapons, so without further ado, let's get into 5 of my ideas for GTA Online DLC weapons. The first one is a GTA classic, the Katana melee weapon, one of the most unique melee weapons of the 3D era GTA games. But in GTA Online we already have so many melee weapons, so how would the Katana be any different from those? Well, my idea for this weapon, if it were to be added, is to give it its own special ability. It would work just like the Stone Hatchet would, where to activate it you need to get a kill with the weapon, but instead of it giving you tons of health like the Stone Hatchet does, the Katana would give you super speed that is comparable to the Beast running speed, and it would also take you off the radar for the remainder of the ability, so you can keep getting kills to keep the ability active just like the Stone Hatchet. And I feel like this would be a perfect way to introduce a new melee weapon. It would also have a very good use for PvP, being able to either sneak up on a player with the ability, or use it to get away from someone trying to kill you. And obviously, just like the Stone Hatchet, the moment you switch to a regular gun again, the ability is disabled. There would probably be people that complain that a player just snuck up behind you with the Katana ability, switched weapons, and then blasted you before you can even know what hit you, but that takes an element of strategy and timing to pull off, and I think that would bring a fun aspect to the PvP. For cosmetic upgrades, they could offer different engravings or metal colors for it too. There's really just a lot of potential for the Katana in this game to not make it just another useless reskin of a baseball bat, for example. The next weapon is another GTA classic, the Flamethrower. The Flamethrower was another extremely fun weapon to play around with in the 3D era GTA games, and I'm kind of shocked that it hasn't made its way into GTA 5 yet, at least not for a handheld weapon. Because the Flamethrower is already a weapon on both the RC tank and the Cerberus. In order for Rockstar to add it in as an actual weapon, it wouldn't require that much work for them. They could just reuse the animation from the Cerberus, and its ammo would be similar to like the jerry can where it drains slowly as you continuously use it. This wouldn't really be a PvP weapon because the game does not have ragdoll physics for when you get set on fire, and as you guys know, the Cerberus and the RC tank fire do terrible damage. However, in PvE it would be so much fun. Imagine doing the meth lab survival only using the Flamethrower. The moment the enemies come in the door, they just get set on fire instantly. It would just be a lot of fun to try to do the different missions using it as well. Please Rockstar, give us some classic GTA weapons. The third weapon I'd like to see is a Kinetic homing launcher. This kind of homing launcher would have the accuracy of the Ruiner 2000 missile, but the damage of a kinetic mine or grenade as seen on the Arena War vehicles. Now there's been lots of discussion in the community on whether there should be a homing launcher Mark II with Ruiner missile tracking, with some players saying that it would absolutely ruin any kind of helicopter gameplay, which is true, and others would gladly welcome it as a way to take out the Oppressor Mark II consistently. Well, my idea here is kind of a best of both worlds. If you did try to use this against a helicopter, it would do kinetic damage, so a helicopter or plane would get jolted around, but in the end, they would sustain minimal damage. However, if you use this against an Oppressor Mark II, the kinetic explosion would not blow up the bike, so you wouldn't be paying insurance or getting bad sport points, but it would knock the rider off, either causing them to have to parachute or plummet to their death, both of them doing the job of taking them out. Helicopters and aircraft wouldn't have to worry about this weapon, but Oppressor Mark IIs would finally have something else to worry about besides another Oppressor Mark II. This next weapon is inspired by Red Dead Online's new update, the double-barreled rifle. If you guys don't play Red Dead Online, the double-barreled rifle is a new weapon that was just added that is super powerful. It one-shots players to the body, however it has a lot of recoil. So much that if you crouch and fire it, your character gets knocked over from the kick. If they added this to GTA Online, they could add it as like a treasure hunt tying both games together, like they have done in the past with the Navy Revolver, the Stone Hatchet, and the Double Action Revolver. And this would be the new, really powerful sniper that people have been asking for a while now. Unlike Red Dead's version, this would be customizable with a scope, because in real life, the newer versions of this rifle do have scope attachments. It would just be a more modern version of it, and it would deliver a one-shot kill to the torso and up, but it would have a ton of recoil with every shot, and you would have to reload it after every 2 shots as well, because it's a double-barreled rifle. And that's a pretty fair and balanced trade-off, I think. You get the powerful one-shot kill, but with that comes high recoil and having to reload it very often. And I know this is a weapon mainly meant for hunting big animals, and since there are no animals to hunt, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for them to add this. But you know what else doesn't make a lot of sense in GTA Online? Yeah, at this point I don't really think they care if it makes sense or not. And now moving on to my last weapon that I want to see added to GTA Online, the Grenade Launcher Mark II. This would take the model of the XM25, the programmable AR, whatever you'd like to call it, which, fun fact, is a cut weapon from Grand Theft Auto 5. And boy do I have some ideas for this one. With the upgrade, the model of course would change. You get access to different types of grenades like incendiary, gas, cluster, kind of like what we have for the bombs on the planes, and you'd also get the ability to choose when to blow up the grenade after you shoot it. So how it would work is like this: you press right trigger to fire, and then when you want to blow up the grenade, then you'd press right trigger again. So while you wouldn't be able to just spam the grenades like on the original grenade launcher, you could get a much more accurate shot with the Grenade Launcher Mark II than you could before. You guys know how good sticky bombs are at taking out Oppressor Mark IIs or anything that flies in general? Well, what makes it so good at doing that? It's the fact that you can blow it up in midair when it gets close to whatever the target is. And this grenade launcher would compare to that, so if an Oppressor Mark II came after you on foot, with a well-timed shot you could blow up the grenade right next to the Oppressor, taking it out. I think this would be a very, very useful weapon if they were ever to add this. We also haven't gotten a new Mark II gun in over 2 years. I think the Doomsday Heist was the last time we got some. And I feel like this would give you the same satisfaction of taking down a Mark II with a sticky bomb because it's the same kind of mechanic, just with a much faster projectile that can shoot way further than you could throw a sticky bomb, at least on foot anyways. But let me know what you guys think about these ideas in the comments section, and if you have any ideas of your own for new weapons, I would love to hear them as well. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more guide and PvP related content. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.